I like that. At least they tried, you know? Anybody working with Vic Tokai, they definitely try a little bit.
And yeah, so as the name implies, this game is all about time travel. You're trying to prevent this calamity from happening. We can go over more of the plot when the game actually starts.
Okay.
And I couldn't find a manual for this game, so these players are going in as blind as I was, except I even gave them a helpful hint. I told them all 6 buttons on the Super Nintendo controller I used.
Oh, 6 buttons. Good, good, good.
Now, both Muck and Some Girl can provide audio. Whose audio are you going to use?
Whose audio? Let's go ahead and go with Some Girl, if that's the case.
Okay.
I love that we have the longest name of one of the players in this match. More spiders than expected. It's like, hey, you want a name that breaks your layout? Here you go.
Oh, and here's Mr. Semantics, 8 buttons. Everyone knows that start and select don't count as buttons.
Yeah. They're buttons,
oh,
Mike.
God, not Timeslip. This is funny because I didn't have any Game Master test this game. Although, some people might be familiar with this game if they watched a lot of the third Kusogr4nde, because this game was in a gauntlet. This was, more specifically, it was in the Andy versus Veritasu gauntlet, and this is actually the game that cost Veritasu the match. Veritasu was ahead for a good portion of that gauntlet, but he just could not beat the gauntlet challenge in this game. And it took Andy a while, too.
I mean, I'm not too surprised. Some of the challenges are brutal. I'm just working on getting everything captured right now, Mike, so feel free to chill, relax a little bit, get ready for this game. I'm glad that we have a little bit of a shoot-'em-up. We haven't had too many shoot-'em-ups in Kusogr4nde.
Yeah, so this game is mostly a run and gun, but it has shmup sections, and that's what I use.
Oh, run and gun, that's
for
right.
the channel. All that I'll say is that hopefully they can make it to the shmup section with more lives than I gave for that challenge.
Oh no. Oh, that's really nice to know. We hope. I have hope. I have hope in my soul that that's going to happen, Mike. Oh, good. Okay. What did I just move? Oh, no. Oh, okay, we're fine. Mike, this is how my Sunday's going. I'm breaking everything, and it's sad.
Yeah, that's fair. You know, Pringle Daddy does have a point. We don't have a lot of Super Nintendo games in Kusogr4nde. A lot of Super Nintendo games, if they're not very good, are just kind of bland and average. But this game is kind of the exception.
Yeah?
This game is definitely bad. It definitely deserves to be in Kusogr4nde. And yes, Pringle Daddy, this is something really special for me to suggest a Super Nintendo game.
Now, I have to comment on the name. Pringle Daddy is a solid Twitch name. Let me just say.
Yeah.
Did Pringles make it into SGDQ? I don't remember, Mike.
No, it did not.
Well, maybe one day. There's hope. There's hope in this world. One day we'll have Pringles and Pringle Daddy can celebrate.
Oh, Cadis, I don't think that's true. There's definitely some bad Super Nintendo games that I have not seen in Kusogr4nde.
Oh, yeah.
But it's going to take some mining.
Well, I think I could think of a few, you know. I tend to go more with the NES, Super Nintendo, and older consoles personally. That's just my taste.
Your specialty seems to be Chinese, Taiwanese, Titanic bootlegs.
Dude,
and I can't believe I'm saying bootlegs, because apparently there's more than one.
There are so many Titanic games, Mike. Oh, seriously though, everybody needs to play every Titanic bootleg that exists, okay? It's important in this world. But, you know what? I actually kind of prefer Titanic 2005 to Titanic. Like, Titanic is cool and all, but it's not really original. It uses the same engine as a Harry Potter bootleg, and is very similar in all of the fighting.
Yeah, it's very similar to actual games with actual frame rates.
Oh my gosh. Wow. I feel like I should take that personally. Insulting my video games.
Yeah, you should take it personally, because obviously you were the one involved programming the game.
If only, Mike.
In your fluent command of Chinese.
I'm so good with Chinese. I'm the best. Look, I played Chrono Trigger, so I know... Well, no, I don't know any Chinese, but I can at least navigate around it.
Fair enough.
Okay, there we go. I have all of the streams captured, and we are just about ready to get rolling. I need to do one small change here. There we go. So everybody kick back, relax. This Sunday is for you, okay? This is your Sunday, chat. You get to come and enjoy people playing games just for your entertainment. That's what life's about, you know, making other people suffer so that you don't have to. And making other people play Timeslip so you don't have to as well. That's always a good benefit, you know?
Yeah, to put it in perspective, Proton John played this game, and he said the final stage is impossible.
Uh-oh.
Like, I don't think he beat... I'm not sure if he beat the game or if he didn't beat the game, but either way, the final stage gave him a ton of trouble. That being said, I don't think anyone's going to make it to the final stage.
Yeah, probably not. I like this guy's face. He's like, what have I done? Why did I join this game?
I mean, that's what happens when you're involved with time travel. It's always, what have I done?
Everybody, we are going to do the countdown in just a minute, so go ahead and get all of your time/Tim emotes ready. Mike, what else would be good for this? It's mostly just about time
emotes, travel. Or like mistake emotes.
Mistaking. You know, it is a mistake. Okay, and I'm doing the countdown right now. Wish them luck, spam those emotes, and let's get rolling. Ah, Mike, I'm so glad that you're here today. As soon as I see movement in the stage, I will be starting our timer.
And I'm glad to be here, so...
Yay.
More Kuso is always a good thing, unless you have to play it.
Well, then it depends, you know?
Alright, so what you're immediately going to notice is that you have 9 lives, but you will blow through them very fast because you have almost no iframes when it hits.
Oh, no.
And pits are instant death, as some girl just found out. It's you have to go through this game slowly, or else you'll take a lot of hits. You can have 0 health. And what's interesting is that you can't get 1-ups in this game, but you can get an extra life by having full health and then collecting a health power-up, which will put you at 2 health in the next life, which can actually be harmful rather than beneficial, because after you die, you lose a level of bullet power.
Well, okay. Yeah, the thing is, you're saying that they should go through this slowly, but it's Timeslip.
It is Timeslip, and you walk slowly anyway, so it's not like you have any other option but to go through slowly. And as you can see, the first level is already pretty trolly. There's already a lot of breakaway pits.
Yeah, luckily it doesn't seem to kill you right away.
These crushers, you have to shoot them at an angle to stop them. If you try to shoot them from below, you won't stop them and they'll just crush you anyways.
I mean, of course.
Probably the safest thing to do, actually, if you have enough health, is just to run through them because you only take one hit. And Crazy Sunshine, this is Timeslip. Okay, and Seawolf is on the first mini-boss and has a level 4 gun. That is a very good thing. Level 4 gun is very important to have. Your bullet level determines like how quickly you can kill things by a lot. And if you have a low bullet level for a boss, be prepared to take minutes on the boss.
Oh boy, it looks like Muck is there with bullet level 4 as well. More spiders at the same point.
Joey Gatorman, I didn't know you can jump on top of those crushers. I thought you had to run under them. And as you might be noticing, this game, you get hit a lot. And there's a lot of undodgeable hits. There's a bunch of bosses that I fought where I was like, I don't know how to dodge this. So I'm just going to try to shoot it as much as possible before I die.
Yeah, it looks like Seawolf has moved on to the next area. Is this the same level, though?
Oh, yeah. He's like maybe a quarter of the way through stage 1.
That's optimistic.
I mean, yeah, actually, there's 4 sections to stage 1, so he's about a quarter of the way through.
So I'm seeing somebody in chat saying this almost looks like an okay game. What is not okay about this?
Well, as you can see, everyone's dying a lot. So you have almost no iframes when you're hit, as in any good European game, or Western game, really. Enemies just take a lot of hits. I mean, Seawolf has the level 4 gun, and it's still taking him a little while to chew through these magma men.
Yeah,
and that's the highest level of gun that you have. If you have a level 1 gun, it takes forever. Bosses, even if you have a level 4 gun, take forever. They all take minutes.
Okay.
Lots of cheap hits, really easy to die. Oh, and here's the best part. Should I spoil it, or should we wait until they get low on lives?
I think we can go ahead and wait.
There's no continues.
Okay, we won't wait. We'll just go ahead and tell them.
There's just no continues. Sorry, I thought you said don't wait.
Whatever.
I mean, to be fair, the players already know that, because I told them to show the game over screen because it's fairly entertaining. Because it's basically a very Super Nintendo Mode 7 game over screen.
Ooh, I'm excited. I like Mode 7.
Exactly. I figured you like that.
Oh, I love this. Mike, the thing is,
all.
9 lives, no continues. Like, 9 lives sounds like a lot, but we've already seen people lose so many of those lives.
Yeah, More Spiders in particular has already lost 4 of those lives, and about to be 5.
How do you get 1-ups in this?
As I said before, you need to have full health, and then you get a health power-up, and then you'll get an extra life, but you'll only have 2 health.
That's right.
Your next life. Right. Which, as I said before, can actually be detrimental, because if you die, you lose bullet levels, so that's a really easy way to lose bullet levels if you're not careful.
That mechanic is so dumb, Mike. It's incredibly dumb, and I love it.
Oh, it is so dumb, but it's also such a Western game trait. I mean, this game has all of the traits, which don't really work in run and guns, which need, like, tight mechanics, and, tough but fair, challenges, but, like, this game just piles on the cheap hits.
That's okay.
Since we were asking about progress earlier, Seawolf is about halfway through stage 1 now.
Okay. On to this second mini-boss of sorts.
Yeah.
Cute little snake guy. Not that cute. He's got very angry eyebrows.
What Seawolf is going to want to learn is learn the A button, because that lets you fire in place. Which is really useful for just aiming diagonally.
Oh, yeah. I feel like, honestly, just tanking a few hits is probably going to be worth it for some of these mini-bosses.
Alright, so, funny thing about TGS Royal Blue Wizard, I didn't know what it was, but Kate looked it up, and apparently, if the TGS meter runs out and you don't collect enough of the diamonds or crystals, you just die.
What?
I never experienced this because I always just collected crystals along the way.
So, crystals are life. Okay.
Except they're not life. The
They're...
batteries give you life. I don't know. It's like your power level or time system or... I don't...
Does it have to do with the lore? I know nothing about the lore of this game. It probably does.
Well, the only lore that I have, because I couldn't find the manual, is from the back of the box. Or the intro sequence, if any of you watched that.
Okay.
And so let's read the back of the box. Once upon a time, travel. The past came through the future.
You can't say that! Once upon a time, travel.
Yeah, I know! Like, I paused a bit because I didn't think it would actually do that.
It's so dumb. Oh.
Alright, so what's interesting is that even though Muck died a lot earlier in the level, Seawolf died a lot on the boss, and so they're actually fairly even. And even though Muck is still on the boss, he has more bullet level, so he might be able to kill it faster. Being at bullet level 1 is very, very bad.
Yeah, I can tell that. I'm glad that Seawolf is moving on, but the bullet level is very concerning there. Do you just lose 1 level every time you die?
Yes. Unless if you're in the shmup stages, and then you lose all the levels.
I mean, of course.
Of course. Makes perfect sense, right?
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, Marron, that's 100% true. Ducking just really makes you a sitting target. Really? I tried Timeslip. Maybe I should have tried Timeslip SNES. Oh well. That's their problem. They can just learn the game like I did, the hard way.
They'll live. Well, they might not live. They've got 9 lives to live. It's fine, you know. If they struggle in 1 or 2 places, it's all good. You know, I'm actually kind of impressed with the graphics. They're not necessarily the worst, but they're fairly good.
Yeah, the graphics are decent in this game. Like, this game has decent production value. I mean, the music's nothing to write home about, but it's not, like, offensive. Right?
Whatever, I'm going to, Mike. Dear Mother, this week we listened to Timeslip, Mother. Yeah, we listened to Timeslip music, Mom. And I love you.
It's really generic Super Nintendo sample music.
Oh, boy. Okay, it looks like we've got guys fighting cannons. Why are you fighting cannons?
Because Timeslip and time displacement and anachronisms. I don't know.
I mean, I guess if you're time traveling.
Okay, so Muck is stuck in something that I had trouble figuring out myself, and that's this little bit right here. I don't know how you get past that bit, except by walking off and then, like, killing this cannon and then despawning it somehow. Now, the cannons are much easier to kill with level 4 bullets, because then you have the spread.
Yeah.
Because then you can shoot them from below, which Seawolf has. I would not use the approach that Seawolf is doing, which is trying to get past the cannon, which generally just ends up with the cannon firing in your face.
There we go. He killed the cannon.
So you do destroy the cannons to move the platforms, which is really funny because I've destroyed that cannon before and the platform did not move for me.
Wait, seriously?
So I think you have to destroy both cannons.
Oh, boy. Okay, I think I found some of the story here, Mike.
So Muck and Seawolf are both on the first boss.
Oh,
and
nice.
They reached it in 10 minutes. So yeah, they were about a quarter of the way through the stage when I mentioned it. So this boss, you have to destroy all its parts. You have to destroy the shield, you have to destroy the head, you have to destroy its fist, and then you just have to destroy the rest of it.
Okay. Orbital Bear, I don't have the Timeslip introduction, but I have a summary of the story. It takes place in 2145, when the Tiamishans... I assume that's sort of like Martians. Intelligent alien beings from planet Tiamat.
Tiamatians?
Tiamat. Tiamatians. Sure, we'll call them that. discover a sort of space-time portal, or quote-unquote rift, as it is called in the game, that interconnects their homeworld with Earth. Meanwhile, human astronomers discover the same rift. What a coincidence.
Sorry to distract you, but one note, there is actually one use for crouching. It's actually really good against this boss after you destroy the shield, because you can just crouch under those wave shots.
Okay, good.
Which is something the players need to learn, or else they'll just take a lot of hits in this boss. So it's interesting because some girl reached this boss the last, but has by far the most lives, so I think she's going to make the most progress on her first run of the game.
You're probably right, yeah.
Andy, you've played this game before. You're actually going to see the stage that you played in. You got to play the second stage, the shmup. The one where you had to figure out how to lock in the gun. That's the same game. And yes, this game is basically Dopey Contra by people who don't know how to make running guns.
Oh, boy. Okay, the lore is way too much. It
is way too much. You're basically trying to revert time back to before the era of the Tirmations, or the reptilian shapeshifters.
Yeah, and I guess you're also fighting a Dr. Gilgamesh. Which, I like that
No,
name,
you are Dr. Gilgamesh.
Wait, you are Dr. Gilgamesh?
Oh,
my
game
gosh.
over? Oh, you missed it. Okay, you missed the mode 7. But
It's okay,
don't worry.
Seawolf.
Oh, Seawolf screen. Watch Seawolf screen.
Okay, I'm ready. Woo! It's Looney Tunes. You were never born. Earth becomes Tiamat 2. Whee! Oh my gosh. Okay, that's good. I like it. And then that font. What a great font.
Yeah. Here's the back of the
more
box
spiders
for a
gets
shorter
the death
lore
too.
dump.
Sure.
Yes, Dr. Gilgamesh, you are all that stands in the way of these reptilian shapeshifters and the portals of time. Should you choose to slip into the vortex of time and challenge these surly creatures, you will have to be quick. The shapeshifters of the planet Tiamat are taking full advantage of the break in the time continuum, and they are perilously close to establishing a base in our past. If allowed to pass through the time portals, even a small Tirmation force could overwhelm the armies of Earth's past. Go quickly, Dr. Gilgamesh. Tirmations are nearing the time portals of medieval times, ancient Rome, ancient Egypt, in the year 2097. Earth history, this day, and your very existence may never come to pass.
Oh. Oh man. Yeah, you need to save Earth from the lizard dudes.
And some girl has defeated the first boss, so we will be
Nice.
able to see the stage that was in the Gauntlet Challenge.
Oh, I like
and this is, I think this is about the same amount of lives that I gave Andy and Veritasu. I might have given them one less. So let's see if she can do it on her first try.
All right.
Now, normally I would say not a chance, but these are all first placers. So these are all people who did really well in their games.
I don't think it's gonna happen though, Mike. Like,
yeah, probably not.
oh,
What
but
is
some
nice
girl
about
has
shmup
learned how to
stages is
shoot
that
straight.
After you die, you do get a full power-up if you defeat an enemy. So, like, getting up to bullet level 4 is not difficult in these stages.
I do want you to know, some girl has figured out how to keep the gun stationary while shooting.
That's really good, because if you don't learn that, then you're going to struggle so hard in this stage.
Oh, yeah.
As Andy demonstrated during the Gauntlet.
Oh, I'm taking a look, by the way, at this company that made this. Sales Curve Limited. They also made the Lawnmower Man, which is a pretty good classic, you know.
Yeah, and they were not only involved in the SNES and Genesis versions, they were involved in the Sega CD and DOS versions.
Ooh. Guess what? They also helped with Double Dragon 3, the Rosetta Stone. You know, I'm starting to see maybe they weren't the best developers in the world, but yeah, Vic Tokai published this.
So there's something really funny about Sales Curve Interactive. I think eventually they bought Eidos, and then eventually they were bought by Square Enix Interactive, and now they're Square Enix I'm sorry, not Square Enix Interactive, by Square Enix Europe. So now they're Square Enix Europe.
Really?
I'm not even kidding.
Oh, that's great.
It's a true story.
That's pretty amazing. I love it, Mike.
So from humble Timeslip beginnings to... Actually, their first game, I think, was a strip poker game. So, from humble lewd beginnings. Omega Number, I doubt they made the arcade Double Dragon 3. They were probably involved in some of the ports. The arcade Double Dragon 3 would be Technos. Or Technosoft. And yeah, the boulders are just mauling some girl. The best approach I've seen to the boulders is to stay in the bottom left corner and then just hold the gun up and to the right. Oh no, she took a power-up! The health power-up, the biggest trap of all.
Oh no, yeah, one death and she loses all of her weapons here. Now.
Yep. And she's probably gonna die because the pterodactyl's gonna run into her or shoot a fireball. The way to kind of treat the pterodactyl is that if it's not too low, then you just stay below it. And then when it starts firing fireballs like this, you stay at the top and fire diagonally down and to the right. In fact, the fireball stream becomes so intense that that's the only way you can dodge it.
Oh no! I like that it just moseys on over to you. It's like, I'm gonna touch you with my belly.
Yeah, and just casually kills you.
Yeah, last life for some girl.
Alright, so self-destruct system, you go to power level 1 in the shmup stages, not in the run and gun stages.
Because why not?
Right. So attempt number 2 for Seawolf and Muck 1000, and they're already doing a lot better. They already have a lot more lives going into these sections.
Good, good.
And it looks like it's also the same case for Spiders. I'm not sure how far Spiders made it, but Spider seems to be doing pretty well too.
Yeah, 8 lives.
Why? Well, we know some girls' thoughts on it. And why is because you're a first placer and you just need a game that's just a little bit more painful. And, you know, people say, you know, the Super Nintendo is a better console than the Genesis. And honestly, if you pressed me, I would probably agree. But we have to expose some of the follies of the Super Nintendo, too.
I mean, oh, there was a second one? No, never mind. Yeah, the Super Nintendo had plenty of bad games on it. I mean, it's the only console that had an officially licensed Wizard of Oz game that I know of.
This is true.
Sorry, Genesis didn't get that.
I know. Yeah, that I kind of agree with Orbital Bear, is that when it comes to bad soundtracks, bad Super Nintendo soundtracks just sound really unmemorable and kind of average and bland. But bad Sega Genesis soundtracks are just ear-bleeding... well, I wouldn't say joy, but fun gifts you can inflict upon your friends.
Yeah, some of those are very special, and they fart a lot. That tends to be what they do the most of.
Exactly. They fart or they screech.
Oh.
And
so I'm thinking, right now, you know, some girl has made it to the auto-scrolling stage. After that, level 3, is level 3 pretty much just more of the same? Back to the...
yeah, so level 2 actually has a slight run gun section, and then a boss that they will completely die on. Like, they are going to lose so many lives in that boss the first time they fight it. And then level 3 is a lot of run and gunning with a lot of spike pits. And there are moving platforms, and if you spawn as the platforms are moving up and down, you can sometimes spawn slightly below the platform, and then you'll just die again. Because this is a good game.
It's got qualities. I don't know. I think that I probably would have enjoyed this as a kid. Yeah, it would have had plenty of dumb stuff, and if I were any good at it, I would get angry at all of the dumb stuff that shows up, but I don't know. It's at least playable.
It is at least playable, but that's the thing about good Kusogr4nde games. They're bad, but they're also playable. and I thought this game would be a decent watch. It has plenty of trolling. It's pretty easy to track progress, and I thought it was decently entertaining. Unfortunately, Seawolf is on the right side of the boss, and that is not the side of the boss you want to be on. He has learned to crouch under the shots.
Okay,
so if he
good.
plays this right, he won't take any more hits and will be able to kill the boss with the level 4 gun. Even if he dies and only has the level 3 gun,
well,
that's still much better than the level 1 gun, and he'll still do decent damage.
Yeah, what's the main difference? Is it just same number of projectiles, but they do more damage?
Yeah, so if you look closely at the level 1 gun compared to the level 2 and 3 gun, it fires a lot more slowly. Like, the rate of fire is just much worse. Alright, so Seawolf took out the arm. I think he finally realized that, but I don't think he realizes that you have to take out the helmet, too.
I know that he shot at the helmet.
And also, this game's not very good at telling you, like, what is invincible and what isn't, just because every single enemy you hit, even the invincible ones, flash. It's like the opposite problem of most games, where you can't tell what can be hit, because, you know, they just won't have any indication. In this game, they all have an indication, so it's
That's
kind of
so
worthless.
dumb. Yeah, seriously, just based off of the way that things look when you shoot the rest of the armor, it seems like you have to hit everything except the helmet. It's definitely given off the
well, that's
wrong
the thing.
vibes.
If you hit the helmet, then the helmet will start to flash. That's kind of the quote-unquote clue.
I mean, I guess. Thank you. Oh, there we go. Seawolf shooting the helmet.
Yeah, okay. He did shoot the helmet a bit. I don't know if he realized he has to... Okay, he's starting to shoot the helmet. That's good. And Tempestral's right. Seawolf does have good movement for this boss. Fortunately, the boss is pretty easy once you take out the shield. The shield hits can be a bit rough to dodge, just because it's swirling double orbs that expand, so they can be a little hard to jump over. But after that, you just crouch under all the other shots.
Yeah. By the way, Seawolf has been around the speedrunning community for years. I believe that I first met him at the first SGDQ.
Yes, he has been around for a while. In fact, he ran the Guardian Legend at the first SGDQ.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I have very faint memories of the first SGDQ. I don't know, it was kind of surreal.
Yeah, I remember you actually ran Mirror's Edge for...
yeah, about that. It was not a good run. But it was okay. It wasn't terrible.
I do remember you enjoyed yourself a lot, though. But you didn't know anyone in the community, but you were like, wow, this is so much fun.
Oh, yeah. I like
and
video
Seawolf
games.
has defeated the first boss.
Nice.
I think the first boss will go by much faster the next time he fights it. Because now he realizes he has to shoot the head. That's why it was taking him so long to defeat the boss.
Gotcha. Yeah, that was taking a little while, but it seems like he's got the hang of it. Level 2 now. It looks like Muck has taken the boss down too, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, they're pretty much... Oh no, Muck game over.
Oh,
wanted to reset.
No! I love that your failed mission is that you were never born.
I know.
Dang it.
I mean, time travel, it makes things complicated, right?
Yeah.
But if you were never born, then how do you start the game over? The paradoxes and questions indeed.
Time travel is always a messy situation when it comes to video games, you know? You just never know what you're getting yourself into.
And also worth noting that some girl is making pretty quick progress through the first level.
Oh, yeah. What does BB times 1 mean?
That is super shot. So, there's various super shots you can use, like GR is grenade. I don't know what BB is, but it's very explosive and a lot of damage.
Bullet Bill.
Bullet Bill. Sounds good.
Okay.
In fact, it might be in the manual.
Wait, Mike, I thought you said you couldn't find the manual.
Well, Royal Blue Wizard did. Said it took him 30 minutes on Google. I guess I spent 15... I'm sorry, not 30 minutes, 30 seconds. I guess I spent 15 seconds.
You know, if it's not on the first page of Google, you're just never going to find it. That's how it works. But thank you very much, Royal Blue Wizard, for showing your dedication in searching for more than the first page.
So the BB is the Bubble Burster.
Oh, it only took him 5 seconds. Sorry, Mike.
It's the second entry? Okay, well, to be honest, there's just a couple of sites that I use, and I didn't find it on any of the sites that I use. And I was like, I'm too lazy to find it.
They can deal with it. It's fine. Everybody's on the same level.
I mean, you act like it's a big deal, but I was able to make it through this game just fine without the manual. I made it to stage 4. I don't know if any of the competitors are gonna make it to stage 4. And it's not about the manual, it's about skill. And actually, Seawolf did a really good job with the boulders. He didn't lose too many lives in the shmup. He has a good chance of taking out the pterodactyl. And Spiders has 5 lives going into level 2. Oh no, that's not good.
The bad thing is that Seawolf really hadn't figured out how to keep a straight shot. He's figured it out now, but it's a little bit too late. He still might be able to get through the pterodactyl and take the lead, though.
It's a possibility, but with the way that he's doing it, it's not really working out. I can understand dying a lot here, because like it's a bit hard to figure out this boss.
Oh, yeah.
Basically, when he's firing like that, stay in the top, fire down to the right. If he's not on the top, you're either going to have to dodge up or down to dodge his attacks, and you basically always want to stay in the left.
Oh, no! Yeah, what are iframes, Mike? Because the Seawolf just had his life devoured by the pterodactyl.
Yeah, well, next up is Muck, who seems to be struggling a bit harder with the shmup section.
I really like that the game at least has variety, even if it's not great variety. Like, not well executed, but it works.
There's a shmup section, like, later in the game. I remember seeing a video about it or something. Or maybe it was Kananaphone's stream, because Kananaphone has actually speedrun this game.
Ooh.
And even the speedrun is something like 40 minutes. It's long. And that second auto-scroller is, like, it makes the first one look fair. It's really bad and full of cheap hits, even in a game that is full of cheap hits. Like, if this is a sea of cheap hits, then that stage is the Pacific Ocean of cheap hits.
The Pacific.
That's very specific. Are you surprised that Kananaphone plays this game? Kananaphone plays all sorts of jank.
I guess I'm not surprised at all, no.
Yeah, this is past the 8-bit generation, so that part is a bit surprising, I guess. So, Some Girl is on stage 2 with a full 9 lives.
Aw, like a cat. That is huge, though. That's really important.
Yeah, that is actually huge. And Some Girl has fought the boss before, so she at least knows a bit what not to do.
Get there with full bullet levels, and then don't
we're
get
about
a
halfway
one-up
through the
before
game,
them.
and it's a bit hard to tell how much each player has hit the boss. So at this point, I would just go by who's hit the auto-scroller boss first, and that would be Some Girl, then Seawolf, and then I want to say Muck, and then Spiders.
Some Girl is starting to get close to an extra life, and I'm a bit concerned that it's going to do the rollover and destroy her again.
Yeah.
So
fortunately,
she pays attention.
She's at a point in the stage where she can collect a gun power-up, so it won't be that bad.
Oh, good.
If she dies. The worst part would be is if it happened and she died right at the end and she couldn't destroy any enemies before the boss. But she's nowhere near the boss right now, so...
And she's taking a lot of damage, so it doesn't...
Yeah! So, the trick to this section is really just to left, right, like, really fast. Make sure you destroy the pillars and just try to dodge the little orbs as they're coming down.
What a fair and well-balanced video game we have here today.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. Oh,
oh no!
This is
Don't
so
die.
dumb!
Or, actually, she might want to take a death because she is really low in health.
I mean, some of these boulders have health. Not sure why, but they do.
Yeah, there's a lot of health in this section.
They're very meaty boulders, you know, just dumping flesh so that you can patch yourself up. I don't know. Maybe they're medicinal
Muck's never
boulders.
been to the auto scroll. You're right, Cadis. So Muck would be fourth. Paying attention to 4 screens, it's tough. Unless you're Kate.
He just goes cross-eyed. If you try to magic eye the streams, Mike, that allows you to see all of them just in 2 screens.
No! Don't run into the boss like that! It's tempting to try to pass through the boss, but you do not want to do that.
Oh no, the bass.
You just, you pretend you can't go to the right here.
Yeah.
Oh no! The flame stream! This boss is just... No, don't be in the bottom! You're just gonna die again! You need to be in the top! No, don't be there either! You're gonna die! Oh no! You were doing so well! Well, some girl!
Well, hey, the boss is dead!
It only cost her about 5 or 6 lives, but she beat it. And she's securing her lead.
Woo! What a jerk, that pterodactyl. Seriously. If anybody here time travels, please kill all the pterodactyls, okay? We just didn't even need them in the evolutionary chain. Just get rid of them.
Alright. So it's worth noting that you can get full bullet power-ups here, but the problem is there's not a lot of health here. And if you're taking a bunch of hits as some girl is, yeah, you're gonna die. It's actually might be a good idea if she just dies right before the boss. Because there is a power-up on the boss, if I remember correctly.
Then again, it's hard to actually know, you know, how...
oh, yeah.
Like,
she's very close to
even
the boss.
Yeah.
And what stinks about climbing up ladders is that you can't fire vertically up. You can only fire diagonally. So this boss is just going to kill some girl so bad.
Oh,
so
look,
bad.
he's so cute. Yeah. Yeah, this is...
So those flame worms aren't technically instant death, but they do so much damage to you so fast that they might as well be.
Well...
The trick is just to stay in the right or the left, and then just crouch when, you know, for the flame worm section, and then just try to dodge as many of these fireballs as you can, and you're really not going to be able to dodge a whole lot of them.
Oh no, some girl, unfortunately, has never been born. Oh.
I know, but
you were never born.
She has at least one more good attempt.
Whoa!
And worth noting, that is the second boss. So if she beats that boss, she goes into the 3rd stage.
Oh, and that would be a pretty solid lead at that point. Yeah,
it would be. But do you want to know something?
Sure.
Seawolf, Muck, and Spiders all have a good chance of making some progress.
Oh, good. I love
Muck
it when...
is on stage 2 with 5 lives, but we've seen what's happened to people's lives as they've reached stage 2.
Oh, yeah. I love it when we see some of the matches here get really close.
To put it in perspective, Andy struggled with this for at least 6 or 7 minutes. So, like... And he's widely known as the best... you know, mystery game players. So, like, if he struggled with this stage that much, you know, there's no shame in struggling.
Oh, yeah. I agree. And considering that stage is one of the stages that caused Veritasu to lose the gauntlet, I guess it's not too surprising that people are struggling with it right now. I'm glad we actually have this full game, though, Mike. This is beautiful.
Yeah, it is a, it is a. I figured it was Kusogr4nde, and I just tested it a little bit more today just to see, like what some of the later stages were like. I wasn't sure that people would make it to them, but the stages just do get more unfair as the game progresses. Like,
oh yeah.
And the thing is, the game uses like more platforming elements as you go further on, which is like not really great for a run and gun. Like, there's nothing wrong with platforming elements in a run and gun, but like that's not really the emphasis of the game. Their emphasis is more action and the like, and the enemies. But no, they went with platforms and spike pits in the third level, and bottomless pits in the fourth stage. So they mentioned, the past and the future, but they don't mention that the fourth stage is like this pirate ship.
Okay, Seawolf is taking down boss number 1, and it's back to the flying section. Very nice.
And he has a full bullet level 4, which doesn't make a huge difference in that section, because as long as you have more than level 1, you'll have the spread shot. But, it never hurts.
Oh, yeah. Oh! Some girl just got stompied a little bit. That's fine.
And yeah, it is worth noting, as Brosentia mentioned previously, Veritasu was actually winning the gauntlet before he decided to focus on Timeslip, and he never beat the challenge.
Yeah.
Alright. It looks like Muck just wants to reset really fast because he died really quickly in the first stage, which is a good play. I would want to preserve as many lives as possible in an attempt.
I would agree with that, yeah.
Okay, well, Seawolf has 8 lives going into stage 2, but I think some girl also had 8 lives going into stage 2 the time she beat the pterodactyl. So let's see how Seawolf does with the pterodactyl. He didn't do so hot the first time, but I think at least this time he'll maybe learn not to run into it. Some girl reset probably because she feels like she doesn't have enough lives, because she already lost 2 lives in the first section of level 1, and she wants probably like one last good push. The problem is it's getting to the point where she definitely has enough time now, but if this keeps on happening, she might not have enough time to make one last good push.
Yeah, I could see that.
Like, I think she could reset like another time or 2 in the first stage. But after that, she's just going to have to accept her whatever she gets and then just try to move on.
Having a bit of a hard time shooting these guys, though. Okay. Well, more spiders than I expected is currently on the boss of stage 1. Seawolf is getting to the pterodactyl. This is the part where we might start seeing
It's tempting to go for all those health power-ups. Oh no, he got the extra life! And immediately loses it. And now is about to lose another life. All right, be careful, Seawolf. Don't get too greedy.
Yeah.
He's okay-ish. Okay, he's not okay. He's okay-ish again.
No.
Now he's firing in the direction because the controls are awkward for this.
Oh, it's pterodactyl time.
Oh no.
This is not great.
Yeah, this is not a good amount of health he wants for pterodactyl.
Well,
and he ran right into its pattern. He either had to go further down or further up.
To be fair, it doesn't seem like the pterodactyl is going to be that fat, It doesn't seem like belly slamming you is going to do anything, but...
Yeah, until it happens. Yeah, so the approach that every player is using, I can understand why they're doing it, is, to just fire head on, but you really should use diagonal shots, because if you just fire head on like this, I mean, you've seen their life bars.
Yeah! Like that.
Oh, no. Don't get on its level. Oh, no.
But still.
He might actually have trouble beating the boss. I know he's pretty close to killing it, but... the boss is also killing him really fast.
There we go. The pterodactyl is down. That's a solid
one less
second
life
place
than
though.
some girl.
Yeah. Solid second place at the moment for Seawolf.
Oh, definitely.
But I'm a little bit concerned about this boss, because 2 lives, bullet level 2, I just don't see this being good.
You can get up to bullet level 4 here, but there's not a lot of health here. And Seawolf is struggling because when you're climbing up ladders, you cannot fire straight up. You can only fire diagonally up. And it is really stupid. Well, you can also fire horizontally too, but that doesn't really help.
Why can't you fire straight up? Why wouldn't they give you the basic functionality? Like, your gun even points straight up. Why can't you just pull the trigger at that point?
I don't know. Maybe he has some joint problems. He's a doctor, not a warrior.
I've got a bad
He's
elbow.
Not trained
oh,
for this.
Seawolf, no!
Oh, no! Oh, he's lucky he didn't die from that.
Oh, yeah. Dr. Gilgamesh!
If Seawolf survives, like, another wave of this,
nope,
he's gonna have made more progress than the boss, technically.
Oh, yeah.
Although it is hard to tell progress on bosses because there's no real visible indication that they're taking more damage. But it's definitely obvious he's hit the boss more than some girl has.
I think so.
And he falls in the pit.
Oh, no.
So depending on how you want to measure it, because it is very hard to measure in bosses. I know that Seawolf has definitely done more damage to the third boss, so in terms of progress, he's definitely ahead. But in terms of getting there, some girl definitely got there first.
Yeah. Okay, as usual, I want to give a shout out to Cadus, who has done a fantastic job making some of those difficult decisions. You know, we might not have to make a decision like that simply because some girl or the Seawolf or one of the other players could pass the boss in a little while.
Oh, yeah. The thing is about that boss is that it's hard to tell progress because no matter what gun you're hitting them with, it just looks like you're making progress, but the higher level gun you're hitting them with, the more damage you're doing. And Seawolf had a higher level gun and he survived more waves, so he's definitely hit the boss more. So, unlike some girl's last attempt, this attempt she has 10 lives
nice.
Getting into the second section of the first stage. So even if she dies once or twice, she'll have plenty of lives for the second stage. However, Pterodactyl can fix that real fast, so we'll have to see how that goes.
You know, I do enjoy that the life system in this game has a lot of risk versus reward. At the same time, I feel like the risk is usually not worth the reward of getting an extra life.
Exactly! You say risk-reward, but it's really, really risky risk.
Yeah.
You're right, Cadus, she did start with the same level gun, but she died right away. And Seawolf lasted one more loop. Let's see how Spiders handles this boss. Unfortunately, he seems to be handling it just like every other player, which is trying to take it head on, which is not the strat.
Yeah, I would try
really
that as well.
It's really weird because they all know about the A button, and they've all fired diagonally before, but for whatever reason, they're not doing it here.
You know, I think that would be my first instinct as well. Shoot straight forward, because at least I know where it's going to hit.
I just find it fascinating because they learn to shoot diagonally on the boulders really fast, but for this boss, it's just like, okay. Oh, okay.
Oh, there we go.
He has a chance. He might get hit once or twice, but that's much better than getting hit, 5 times in 1 second.
Oh, yeah, I think Spiders has the strat.
Spiders got it.
Nice.
There is one unfortunate thing. I don't know if Spiders has enough time to get back to this level when he game overs, and that's really going to affect him because he's the one who has the best strat for the second boss, or the pterodactyl, I should say.
Yeah, Spiders is going to die real quick.
Is, as you and Tina said, the QD boss.
It is cute. Oh my gosh, Mike. He just wants to smooch you.
I smooch you while hurling flaming hot lava your way.
I mean, he doesn't know it hurts. He lives in lava. He thinks that that's what everybody wants. Just lots of lava.
Alright, well, Spiders is definitely in third because he doesn't even make it to the boss.
I think everybody is essentially on their final push at this point.
Yes, I would say so. In fact, Seawolf is just charging through, because I think he kind of knows that he doesn't have a whole lot of time. And he died 2 times in a row?
This isn't good.
I think you can jump into the spikes?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can jump into the spikes! Okay, good to know!
Well, there's a game over.
I don't know if Seawolf has a chance to make it back to where he was then.
Ooh, some girl found a secret area?
Yep, the secret area has some good power-ups. There was some more to the left, to the right, actually. There was, like, more health and stuff, but...
Too bad.
That's her call. And she has bullet level 4, and 2, I guess technically 3 health. And she can burst down the shield if she feels like it. Except she actually has to hit... Okay, that's good. Now all she has to do is duck. Okay. I think some girl has this. And having 10 lives for the second stage is really good. In fact, it's better than I've ever done for the second stage.
Nice.
I think I've had 9 lives once, but not 10.
You know, sometimes these players just do absolutely fantastic, you know? Even though I consider myself okay at games, like, I am not good at blind playthroughs at all.
Yeah.
All 4 of these players did take first in their first match, though, so...
Yep.
Yeah, they're...
I know Seawolf was that really bad DOS Doctor Who game, Attack of the Daleks or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know about the others, though.
Well, some girl actually played the Genesis game Gods. I don't recall exactly what happens in that.
Yeah, that's the Amiga port. Apparently it's a fairly good game on the Amiga, but not a very good port.
More spiders than I expected played Mission Impossible, Operation Sumatra.
Surma, yeah. You know, that had your favorite song.
I mean, yeah, of course. And then
the only song.
Played Home Alone. Ugh. Mike, it was so bad.
I mean, was it? I mean, you've experienced Tasmania now, so everything sounds good compared to that.
It's true. Literally everything is better than Tasmania when it comes to audio. And then, yeah, the final game, Muck played Home Alone for the NES. That was one of my picks.
Oh, that was one of your choices. Okay.
Oh, yeah. I love Home Alone, Mike. You know this.
Yeah. I'm personally partial to the Genesis version. It's not the best game ever, but it's actually pretty good and fun and has some good ideas.
Yeah, comparatively.
Oh, yeah. I mean, even in that Angry Video Game Nerd episode, that was the one game that they didn't dunk on. They were like, this is actually not bad.
Yeah. It's...
And Angry Video Game Nerd's shtick is, you know, getting really mad at games and pointing out all their flaws.
Yeah, but he didn't point out the stupid music in that one house. Like, exactly. It's the worst, Mike. Like, it's almost Tasmania bad.
So let's see how Muck does against the boss.
Okay.
He's kind of doing the head-on strap, but he's also being more evasive. I like it, except he's getting cornered.
Oh, there we go.
There unfortunately wasn't a whole lot he could do there. He would have had to go up first, and that's a really hard call to make when it's moving so slowly like that.
Oh, and there goes some
girl. Some girl is doing really well in the shmup stage so far. Still has 9 lives, has only taken 1 death. And as soon as I say that, she's about to take another.
Oh, it's fine. Well, probably not, but, you know, gotta be optimistic, Mike.
That's true. She is on a section with a lot of health power-ups.
Well, There's the death.
Commentator's curse. As soon as I say that, she dies. So the one flaw of taking health right as you spawn is that you will get a 1-up, and yeah, now... So, like, she recovered her life, but now she's also... Oh, she's about to die, but fortunately...
Full health
There's
now.
A lot of health in this area, so she has...
Don't grab it! Don't grab it, son.
Oh no, it's slowly floating towards her!
It's gonna get her!
Like, oh no, oh no,
it's
oh
gonna...
no, it's like a horror movie!
Oh, some girl!
Dun-dun,
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 no, no! Justin is upset about how excited we got about that.
It's really weird because some girl has adapted so well to this game, but like this boss, it's giving her a lot of trouble, and she's not firing diagonally for whatever reason. It's not like she doesn't know; she's done it against the boulders.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
It's really strange.
It's
like
really
I don't know why
easy to
she's so fixated on firing straight to the right.
Honestly, it's really easy to get stuck in certain habits when you're playing games.
And Joey Gatorman, I mean, if you don't like this game, you don't think it's fun, that's fine, but I personally kind of like it. It's full of cheap hits, but I think it's decently entertaining, and it's not a good game, but it's not the worst game either. Okay, she learned how to fire diagonally. That's really good.
Nice.
And she has 7 lives going the boss. She actually has a good chance of taking down the boss. She's probably going to die at least a couple of times, but she has a good chance of taking the boss down at least.
Oh, I'm so excited about this, Mike. We might see Stage 3. You know, in an hour, seeing Stage 3 doesn't sound like much, but the difficulty of this game is just ludicrous.
Yeah, the sheer difficulty of this game means that it's actually a big accomplishment. I got to Stage 4 in a little over an hour, but I had also played the game once in a separate session. But I just wanted to test more thoroughly, so it's hard to say where I would have gotten in a blind race.
I don't know. I have no idea where I would have gotten. Simply put, I did not play very many run and guns or shoot 'em up, so I would be a novice in this round.
Oh. I actually played a fair amount of them as a kid, so I would probably do okay.
Okay.
And yeah, so like this boss, she's figured it out, but she's just gonna get hit sometimes, and it won't be her fault. She'll just get hit sometimes.
Yeah.
What she does want to do is try to use that grenade to make the boss a little faster. Although it's a bit hard to aim because you have to arc it up when the boss's face is close enough to you. And like and if you're asking me how do you dodge this boss's, you know, like snout attacks or the spread shots, I really don't know. Like there's certain patterns you can dodge of it, but then there's others where it's just like you can't really do much. So some girl is really, you know, she's tanking the hits, and that's honestly the best strat. Like just get as much damages as you can, because it's basically a damage race.
Yeah, I'd agree.
I like her strategy, and she's definitely going to beat the boss.
Yeah, I mean, 4 lives left. This is very doable at this point.
Yeah, she has maybe like 1 or 2 loops left of the boss. It is a long boss, but she will beat it. She might die once or twice, but I know there's a bullet power-up right at the beginning of Stage 3. And that's the boss.
Nice. Some girl definitely is in the lead at this point. I don't think anybody else is going to be able to catch up. Seawolf
Yeah, the closest
could.
person is Seawolf, and he only has 4 minutes, and I don't think that's enough time. The boss itself takes at least 2 minutes.
You're right, and that's
with
not
the
auto-scroller.
Including this whole auto-scroller section, which is probably at least 4 or 5 minutes in itself. However, we want to see more of, you know, like what Stage 3 is like, so...
Oh, yeah.
Let's see how it goes.
Well,
Stage 3 starts off pretty run-of-the-mill. And then it does something very mean to you very early into the stage.
Uh-oh.
That doesn't appear anywhere else in the stage. And it's a quicksand.
Wait, there's quicksand?
Yeah, so to move out of the quicksand, you have to constantly hop out of it.
Oh, well, okay.
Okay. And then there's no more quicksand. So
Ever?
But then later in the stage, there's just a ton of spike pits.
Is that literally all the quicksand in the game?
I don't know, because I haven't played through the entire game, but it wouldn't shock me if the answer was yes.
They're like, hey, you have like 10 seconds of this one mechanic that never shows up again. I hope you enjoy it. Other people are confirming that that's
Nova
the
Soul,
only
you have played through this
quicksand.
game. So you say the difficulty is front-loaded, but the second auto-scroller is really unfair and cheap. Like, it makes the first auto-scroller look downright fair in comparison. And I don't know if I'd say the difficulty is all front-loaded. Stage 3 has some really dumb spike pits.
Anubis, he's like, hey, I've got...
Yeah.
He doesn't even have abs, he just is pecs.
Oh, you can actually fire at his bullets. I was trying to dodge them.
Wow.
You know, like you would in a good game. Like,
nope.
But yeah, if you can just fire at his bullets like that, then he's real easy because he can't hit you.
This
ever.
is so dumb, Mike.
Yeah, exactly. Anubis is tough until you can learn you can just fire at the origin point of his shots.
Wow.
Alright. So, there's all these tombs, and they start off with items, but then you get snakes and zombies later on. And the mummies. And this mummies aren't too bad, but the snakes can rack up a ton of damage on you really fast.
Okay. Yeah, I'd say that Anubis worked way too much on his pecs. He could have actually, like, worked on abs or other muscles, maybe lasers as well. His lasers didn't work out so well.
Yeah. Okay, good. Some girl did the correct strat going through that pit. Just get down as fast as possible. You're gonna take some hits anyway. It's not worth it being safe there.
Look, Novasol, yeah, the Anubis has 0 frames of animation, but that's because they're like, wow, Jerry did great on this artwork, okay? We want to make sure everybody just stares at the art for a good, like, half a minute.
All of the mediocre sprite work in this game.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's not bad sprite work, it's just nothing really notable.
It's true.
I think some girl's just doing one last final push because there's less than a minute left.
It's a good idea.
It is a good idea.
Because she doesn't know that she's in the lead.
Exactly.
And, you know, because you don't
very
know,
secure.
just gotta push. You gotta do your
So,
best.
Spiders was the one who made it to the run and gun section, but not to the boss, correct? Or was that Muck? I can't remember.
Muck did not make it as far as more spiders than I expected, I believe. But
Okay, so Muck actually made it past the boss then. And so it looks like the places are some girl is first, Seawolf is second. Spiders is in third, and then Muck is in fourth.
I believe you are correct, and that is... I hit time. I literally hit the timer, okay? Oh my gosh. I don't know. Sometimes it just doesn't listen. Live split? Live split, you wanna stop sometimes?
Well, I mean, you're just living up to the title. Timeslip. There you go.
Yeah, the time slipped away, Mike!
You were just going for lore right there.
Well, everybody, we have experienced both the video game as well as the reality that is Timeslip. And some girl just did an absolutely amazing job, seriously. This was fantastic, Mike. I'm really glad we got to see this game as a full hour match.
Yeah, I know. And you know, that's another one from the Vic Tokai library.
Vic Tokai! Ah. Okay, I'm letting some girl know that she can come join chat if she would like. Come and gossip a little bit about Timeslip. Tell us about her favorite muscles in the game. Okay, and here we go. Hello, some girl.
Hey.
Oh my gosh, congratulations on the
Thank you.
victory here. That was a really good showing. Honestly, I didn't know if we would see stage 3, but we did.
I didn't know if I would either, so.
You did great. Yeah. So what are your thoughts about the game? Initial reaction?
Honestly, I hated it at first, but it's kind of fun.
Okay.
I do remember your high score of Y.
Yeah, the first run I was like, this is terrible, I hate this. But then once you get a hang of it, it's kind of like, it's got some cool mechanics.
Yeah, I actually...
Even if it's really cheap and unfair. That's the thing,
Right.
like, I don't hate the game, but it's really badly made and unfair. It's like It's like a Contra fan game, basically. Like, some people said, hey, Contra looks cool, let's just make one. And they didn't really know how to make a run and gun.
It was probably
I would agree with
Jerry. Jerry just really wanted a Contra game.
That's
People-
true.
We've been
This
talking
is
about
one of
this.
those games that front loads the credits, probably because they know that most people are just not going to beat this game.
We've
That's
been
fair.
talking about a mythical being named Jerry who just worked in the office, and they just let him do whatever he wanted. He's like, yeah, let's have an Anubis in here. And they're like, okay, Jerry.
Yeah, probably Jerry the intern.
Yeah, exactly. So, I'm trying to think, what's probably the most difficult thing about the game? I mean, we got to see it, but we didn't play it.
That awful shmup boss.
Okay, the pterodactyl.
Alright, so the pterodactyl is not that hard, but the only player who actually adjusted to it was, I think, Spiders, who figured out you should shoot at it diagonally.
Yeah, I
And
figured
from
that out
above.
like right at the end, the second time that I killed
Yes,
it.
I noticed that.
Why didn't I think of that before? But
but you did really well.
Oh, yeah.
thank you.
I'm trying to think. Anything else you want to say before we move on to the next game?
Thanks for having me. I had a blast.
Hey, you've taken 2 first place matches. You know, you've done fantastic so far, so I'm excited to see what you do going up against the other people who have also taken first in these matches.
Is this your first Kusogr4nde?
This is my third.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well, you're doing really well, and you stand a good chance of making it into the bracket.
Well, that's
It's a
exciting.
good or bad thing, depending on
Yeah.
your opinion of the bracket.
I'm gonna play even more games.
you'll have games. All right, some
There will
girl.
definitely be games, in a technical sense.
They'll exist, yeah. Thank you so much. I'm really glad that you were able to come and play, and go have a fantastic Sunday. Take that victory in
Alright.
stride.
And have fun watching more people suffer.
Oh, yeah, we will. Take care, some girl. Thank you, Mike.
Alright, you too.
Well, you can go ahead and chill for a little while as we get ready to reveal the next GM. By the way, I want to give a huge thank you to Sandwich Kid for dropping those bits. Thank you for that, the 220, as well as Jangle Storm for the raid, people following, Shinju for resubscribing. I also want to give a huge shout out to all the mods in chat. I don't thank you enough, okay? And my heart will go on specifically for you, you know, just like Titanic. Except she did eventually die. So, sorry, when I die, I'm not going to love you anymore. I won't